Sino story quest. Part 2.
Let's go to Samara City and catch up with them.
We've only 1 day to go until we hit Battle Pass 50. This Mirror City. We go up.
Wow, the academy. But
Traveler.
Look
climb
who
on.
showed up.
Sino! It's been so long since we last saw you.
As do you. You don't seem so.
Oh, nothing in particular. I'm in...
Funnily enough, we were...
Really? You were thinking...
Indeed. You really want...
Oh, darnies.
You like that one, huh? You must if you...
All right. Here's your 500 Mora.
You're exaggerating. It's only 500 Mora.
Yes, but I'm petty. I don't even remember making the bet in the first place.
Hey, 500 Mora.
Alright, anyway. I'm actually investigating...
A case?
Nothing major. But after...
Need any help? We only...
Such enthusiasm.
What?
Obvious enough. Alright, follow me.
We already did help him after the Court of Desolation case. Lupus Aureus Chapter 2. Let me guess. It's a terrorism threat.
Do you see him? The old man flailing around?
Oh, is he the one you wanted to talk to?
Correct. His name is Cyrus, a former sponsor.
Huh? Sino...
It's ridiculous. I'm just an old man who enjoys a spot of...
Professor, I've brought some friends.
He taught Lisa?
Ah, Sino. Now who do we have? My goodness.
Wow.
I've told him about you before. You are my... That's right. Let me summarize the situation. A couple of days ago, Professor Cyrus suddenly received a threat letter.
A threat letter?
Exactly. He sends a...
This is the letter in question.
Cyrus, I've uncovered your secret. If you... Secondly, don't come looking for me. You'll Wow, they sure didn't mean...
Clearly, this...
10 million more. I'm just a single retiree with nothing to my name beyond the...
There were no witnesses. So currently the letter is all we've got. So, Traveler...
Hyman's written...
All right, take a look.
That stamp?
Very good.
Another thing is, some of these strokes...
Possibly. And I bet...
Most of the paper around here is much smoother than this, and the ink is absorbed...
It's certainly not the same paper as we use in the academia.
So do we think the cop... Wait, check this out.
Agreed. The staining...
A colored liquid...
Well, it's like we're thinking along similar lines.
We're solving a case off of a single letter. Woo!
Mahamatra Sino, Sir Cyrus. Ah, and the Traveler and...
Yes.
As such, I'm inclined to believe that the culprit... Oh, One last.
Oh, of course! You.
They do look like Also, if I'm not mistaken, the letter is written on a type of...
Ah, of course. Yes, like they sell in the gift shops.
Understood. I'll assemble.
You have my gratitude.
One last thing. Send some Matra to guard the entrance.
Will do.
Great thinking, Sino. So.
I doubt they'd go back.
They've probably been. Really?
The culprits approach. Whatever happens, they need this Mora. But just because they warned Professor Cyrus not... And crucially...
Huh? Wait, are you saying?
Found you!
Got him!
You wrote the threat letter!
I...
I sensed someone was watching us from the shadows the moment we entered the House of Dana. You managed to stay relatively... There are a lot of people here, but we were looking specifically for Arav. Whoever followed us the whole way was likely to be the culprit.
I was just listening.
You smiled when Arav...
He's smiling a...
There are coffee stains on the letter. Closing off the exits to the city doesn't affect you, because the cafe was a red herring off...
You can't pin this on...
Really? Then why? The innocent have no Your heart's racing, and... Don't try anything or you'll pay the price.
Damn.
Well, that was over quickly.
It's actually making me start to think. This seems too easy.
You're telling me. 1 minute I go out.
What if we got the wrong guy?
Yeah, looked like a young guy too. Couldn't have been.
Everyone, it's all over.
Gosh, that was
The culprit's name is Uraka.
Huh?
16.
We checked his records.
But he looks so.
Yeah.
Foolish child.
We question the culprit.
Oh, just spit it out.
Very well. It's our understanding that Araka is a mediocre student who has been down on his luck. He went to the tavern for a drink and overheard some people chatting about Sir Cyrus's comfortable retirement.
Some old woman on the street? Goodness gracious. Has that rascal attended a single one of his classes?
Is this going so?
Oh, right, yes. So another thing. We don't just...
Maybe it's more the fact that you have...
Araka mentioned he'd heard a rumor, alleging that Sir Cyrus illegally obtained a large sum of money from the desert before retiring. Araka believes this money to be the reason why Sir Cyrus hasn't kept up with any academic research or other projects since his retirement.
Oh, Araka.
People make up rumors all the time.
Arav, you'll have to find some excuse to interrogate Araka again later.
I completely understand how you...
Professor.
Oh, come on.
The academia will determine the appropriate disciplinary action against the student.
Who said I'm obsessed with... You seem confused. Uraka is just a young boy. All it costs me is a...
Please rest assured, Professor.
Yes, I have no doubt about that. But as a former educator...
We looked into the family. Both parents are merchants and they're all...
Oh, what a mess.
That says a
You
lot.
don't have to seal the evidence away yet, do you? We have to show them how...
The relevant authorities have already reviewed the evidence.
Oh, so
Give or take.
very good.
My apologies.
Ah, I see. Ah, and is it...
Wait, you mean
He is. Tainari's
His
master,
husband.
Sir Nephis, called him and Kale to the academia to help. Though I must say...
Don't be outrageous. Nephis offends me all... Anyway, hurry up and fetch go on now.
Let's go. Gang's all here.
Brag, but we never had problems like this at Ratawa Hill. It was students at the time.
I was out in the forest at least 4 days a week back then, thanks to a most of what I know.
Professor's become a lot more laid back in his...
Wow. It's hard.
It's a pity Kale wasn't around at the...
And then we'd have one more person.
Really? Can't you just call her Lisa?
Oh, believe me, back when she...
Whoa, more food? Are you sure about this? We don't want to take advantage.
Oh, don't worry about it. Order whatever you like. And if it's not enough, order some more.
I thought I heard some familiar.
Oh,
Have
it's been a
you?
while.
I've been all right, thank you.
Have you eaten yet?
That's awfully kind of you, but I had a late lunch. I just came to Lombard's to buy some. So what's the occasion anyway?
Consulate.
Sounds like things have really gone downhill since I was there.
I can't believe how young.
Oh, young people are always more susceptible to, but still.
Wow, yeah.
I will always be watching you.
If this were my son,
If this were my
a
son,
lifetime. Oh,
well, let's hope he enjoys being in a coffin somewhere, because he's dead.
Luckily,
Kame!
Coming. I'll have to get going.
Okay, bye-bye.
Here I am. The coffee beans are.
Yep, it's all there. I'll stop babbling away.
I am the Coca-Cola addict.
Ooh.
Oh, chew taste.
Oh, mine too. Oh,
Thanks for dinner, Sir Cyrus.
well, I look forward to that. In fact, could I trouble?
No problem at all.
I'll see you all later.
A free dinner is always nice.
Tend to the crops.
good night, Professor.
Hey, my tomato. Anyway, I'll be leaving now. Don't stay up too late now, children.
Take care. Have a safe trip.
All right.
What do you mean,
Well, I was talking with Tainari and Kale.
camping? Oh, that sounds fun. Paimon's it. Wait, no, that's my job. You don't have to play the hero when you're out.
Everyone, let's meet tomorrow. No need to bring anything.
You got it. We'll be.
Great.
Bring myself and like 50 Adeptus Temptations.
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
Shut it, Barber. Let's go.
Set up. Let's head.
East Gandhaville.
Haha. We're here.
Gang's all here.
You guys are ahead of the game. You
I'd say we're right about on schedule.
Traveler, Paimon, let's go fishing together. You got it. Dinner's on us.
Oh no. Oh no. No. No, Kim, don't make me do mandatory fishing.
I hope I can contribute too. The other forest watchers gave me some fishing tips a little while ago.
I saw some very appetizing mushrooms in the area, so I gathered.
Wow, camping with a forest watcher is the way to go. They think of everything.
This is true. I don't think I've ever had a single rough day in this forest.
So,
Well, there's been some.
I see. Oh, in that case, you should try a valberry. I bought
A valuable suggestion. Just don't bury your feelings using food.
I'm going to kill myself.
all I wanted was to.
Oh, I have a sudden craving for fruit tea. I'm gonna go fetch some stuff.
She sure made a run for it.
Unbelievable.
So college shows the path of tactical retreat. My dear friend, you know what I am about to say.
Oh, you know what time it is? Click. Can you beat the TCG god with the default deck?
Excellent. But
We got a bite!
I'll reel it in.
Firewood, spice.
Tonight. Did it take Sino that long to reel in the fish?
There are 3 tents. Which one do you two want to take?
How about the one on the left? Well, Paimon just.
True. But
Well, that's no good.
anyone would think you were.
Excellent.
like literally sealed against the King Deshret's mausoleum.
Oh, it smells.
Someone sure is desperate to eat.
Wait, what? Hey, if it works for steak.
Medium well.
Okay, these are about ready now then. It'll be a few more minutes for anyone who wants that.
Oh, that was so I ate a lot too.
If you're tired, then go rest.
You must be getting sleepy too, Paimon.
Tonight I show you mercy.
Damn it.
Good night. Paimon's struggling to keep her eyes open.
Huh.
Oh, don't forget this. The staff of the Scarlet Sands.
Wait, you were.
It's a very
Paimon can't even live.
fair enough.
Yeah, Paimon's sure. We'll be fine. And even if we.
That reminds me of a... But right now,
It's finally time.
I think they should all be here. Traveler? Paimon?
Look at this.
The GAYS.
What the? What's this sword doing here?
Evidently.
Huh? What? Paimon's gonna take out the sword. Yeah! I'll hate them.
Sorry to wake you up at this hour.
Let's get dressed and talk about it out.
Darn it. Red Dead
Thank you.
Redemption, Blue Dude,
Since it
Bamboozler,
pertains to
Yellow
Cyrus's
Feller,
plan,
and Endeavor.
I deemed it essential to inform you all.
Whoa, back up. Let's start from the beginning.
Oh, all that time just jongling dies. The triple box.
Where'd the wine cups go? Ah, there they are.
I'll have a cup too.
Can you see if the cookies...
They're so gay.
They are.
Oh, this is so bland. I should have gotten a few...
Do tell.
Oh, right, I forgot to mention. So, I ran into Cyrus yesterday evening when I
The
went to the tavern
gays.
to pick up some things. He was... Anyway, they got a bottle of Lombard's new vintage for the table. You know what it's about, right? 16-year-old kid tried...
I heard some people talking about it on the streets, yes.
I wonder what Sir Nephis... Oh, Cyrus showed me the extortion letter, too. Give me a sec, I'll sketch it out for you. Okay, done. Take a look. You see what I mean? I don't think I've ever seen writing paper like this around before.
Did the kid get the paper?
What?
Take this, for instance. Looks like an outline of a spire. It bears a striking resemblance.
Whose emblem is it?
It's the emblem.
After discussing it with each other, we both agreed that something didn't... This was a long way to come from the city. Alhaitham figured you were probably with Ty... Then, just as we were heading off to the camps...
Hold on. So what's the deal with that?
Something's up, huh? Give me a second. So you've never heard of the Temple of Silence? These days, you can find a Temple of Silence office in the Academe. At least, that's what they tell the outside world. Historically speaking, the original Temple of Silence is said to have been by contrast, none of the Academia Temple's current members are from the desert region.
So the Temple of Silence at the...
It's possible. The real...
So how do you know all this?
Did you forget? He did a stint as acting
Damn.
Grand Sage, and kept the...
Oh, yeah! Paimon did.
If you're asking me whether I familiarized myself...
So much about this doesn't make sense. Why did the emblem of the Temple of Students only 16?
You said you ran into Sino.
Yep. He ran off...
Given that Cyrus is involved, still, we should...
If the Academia's Temple of Silence really does exist just to cover up the truth, we should pay a...
Yes. If this situation is connected to the real Temple of Silence...
Called it.
the
It can't be that easy.
part of a- Kale, could I Traveler, Paimon?
Sounds like a plan.
Cyrus has been living in the city lately. He rented a place near the field so he can keep...
Bottom teleport waypoint.
Here we are. This is the place.
We might be too late. Looks like nobody...
Or are they?
Sino moves fast. If he was, he...
I know that voice. Is that Tainari I hear?
Ah! Professor Zahadi!
Zahadi.
Wow, so it really is you. My good...
We're looking for Sino.
Yes, not long ago. I told him the old fool left early this morning. It must have alarmed Sino, because...
Well, if Cyrus isn't at...
Professor, did you hear that a
Why, yes. When I could tell something was trouble. After seeing the letter, Sino told him to contact the Corps of...
Huh? Cyrus didn't want to...
As a former sage, it's possible Cyrus still has enemies at the Academia. That's why
So Cyrus initially hoped to...
Oh, dear. What on earth has that... Oh, I almost forgot.
Thank you.
What does it say? Let...
My friends, this is a rather complicated state of affair. Unfortunately, I cannot disclose more than that. I ask you to understand and accept that I had to act alone at this stage. Don't come after me. We're coming after him.
My friends, this is a rather...
Yep, that sounds like Sino. Thank you, Professor. Please, Traveler, Paimon, let's head to the Academia and regroup.
I thought this was the Sino story quest, not a Tainari. So good. Oh no, it's the roof that makes you gay. Oh no. Oh, it's right there. I'm gonna land on it. So good. Why isn't there a Dendroculus hidden under here? Like, it would be like the perfect spot to go hide a Dendroculus. It's like a mile, na 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 na, Mizuki. It's a na 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 my melody.
You're here? I thought you were going after...
We went to Cyrus's house. No one was there. Sino got there before us, but he was long gone by the time we arrived.
He didn't say where he was going?
No, he left us a letter and told us not to go after him.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Typical Sino. Anyway, some
Sino
updates on progress
moment.
on our end.
I checked some ancient texts for a similar design. The one I...
Yeah, and we're lucky we found anything at all. It turns out the emblem was all but...
Meanwhile, Arav managed to get Uraka. The one who told him about Cyrus's embezzled funds was a young man from the desert.
Apparently, the Uraka was intrigued when he heard what his new acquaintance had to say, and brought up the idea of extorting...
I see.
So, how do we find...
He doesn't know. He claims not to have seen him since that day in the tavern. The man gave him some...
Nephis and Arav have gone to meet the Court of 30 also. Nephis admitted that the Temple of Silence, the true Temple of Silence, once came to the rainforest to establish a... The Temple of Silence felt that they could no longer trust the Academia, and ended the partnership. They retreated back to the desert about 400 years ago.
Lore.
Ever since its inception, the Temple of Silence has been the guardians of King Deshret's civilization, and at its roots, it was a legitimate... The Academia of the day knew that the split would damage their reputation if it became a matter of public knowledge. And so, they set up a dummy organization of their own to conceal the truth.
but
So how did Cyrus become acquainted with the
I'll bet that's the question that bothered Sino.
Whoever is behind this, getting Uraka to extort Cyrus was only the first step.
He must have recognized it right away. That'll be what.
Since the desert is where the Temple of Silence...
I have to go after him.
Really? Are you sure that.
I should be fine, as long as I bring plenty of water. Besides,
Everyone, I have news from the Corps of 30.
Uh-oh.
Master...
oh, so that's Nafis.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Several independent eyewitnesses have reported seeing Cyrus and Mahamatra Sino leaving the city at different times. Both were heading in the direction of Caravan Ribat.
Caravan Ribbit.
I was going to suggest that you join forces with the Corps. The Academia has made a number of decisions throughout history that I am ashamed to talk. I won't attempt to make you understand.
I understand where you're coming from, Master.
Good point. If Cyrus... every...
Need our help? Whatever you need, we got you covered.
Really? Arav and I will continue to follow up on the lead from Uraka. Kave, Tainari, you are planning to go into...
I am. Kave, I'll be
Well, if you're.
Thank you all. Arav, let's go.
You'd better get moving. Don't forget to ask for help when you need it.
Will do. Let's go, Tainari. Hopefully we can catch up with Sino before...
I don't need help.
Knowing him, he's probably
Nah,
from
I'd
a
win.
fair distance already, but we still have a shot. Let's take it.
Go to Caravan Ribbit.
Okay, we made it to Caravan Ribat. Where should we go next? Maybe we should ask the nearby...
Hold on.
Is that Dia?
You sure you want to brave?
It's not my first time.
Sino.
I know.
If you're really going to go through with this, then at least take our advice. When you're packing for your trip,
Makes sense.
Thought we might find you here. You're trying to retrace Cyrus's steps, huh?
You can't cover yourself up forever.
Didn't I tell you not to come after me?
Sorry, but we never...
Nothing personal. It.
takes a special kind of person to get Sino. But why so coy today, huh? You only gave us his age and description. Why can't... Oh, also, hey guys, it's been a while.
The,
And Candace!
You're looking well. Glad to see it. Candace and I came to Caravan Ribat on business. We ran into Sino as he was asking about some elderly gentleman's whereabouts. Some people say they saw him. Guess he stood out as an older guy heading into the desert alone with just a sumpter beast in tow and very few supplies. That's gotta be one heck of...
Sino, it's okay if you can't tell us. We're here to help out.
No, it's not.
We spoke with Zaha Hadid. From what she said,
Sounds like this is...
Still, if he started from Caravan Ribat, the chances are that his route took him past our village. Ah, come on.
Yaru Village it
That's
is.
the deal.
All right, so, you all set?
Yes, we'll handle it from here. Thank you again for your help. I don't take it for granted.
All right, then we'll leave you to it. Just remember, if you change your mind and need some reinforcements, we'll be here.
And don't think you'd be imposing. You can depend on us.
Don't worry, we'll...
Aru Village. Let's go.
hold on. There's a few things I'd like to clear up. So, after you left the campsite, we had a longer talk.
Clearly, we've only scratched the surface of the Temple of Silence question. It doesn't surprise me at all.
Do you have any connection with the Temple of Silence?
I do. I trust you're all aware of the spirit that gives me my power. Due to my unique constitution, I was put through a number of but my memory of that time is hazy. I can't recall much. It's a good thing that Kaveh noticed the emblem on the letter. I did not recognize that symbol at all. Whether that's because I've never seen it, or because my memory fails me.
Yeah, you're right. Thank goodness for Kaveh.
But Cyrus must have recognized it right away, right? Otherwise, he wouldn't have had any qualms about you reporting it.
I suspect so too. Professor has never
I don't
once
know.
mentioned the Temple of Silence in conversation. And whenever the conversation turns to Hermanubis and the
Well, speaking of avoiding things,
or rather, I don't see how I could
That's right. Fact is, we're coming with...
Fair enough.
works for me. All right, off we go. Let's start by seeing what the guards here can tell us.
Hello.
Mahamat.
I'm looking for someone.
A man matching that description passed by Aru village not too long ago. He stopped by to load up on food and water.
Where was he
Let me think. He
Took
took
a
a seat by
seat.
the entrance of the village for a while. Do you have a map?
I have one.
Great.
Also the Eternal Oasis, but that's probably not relevant because would the game
There you go.
know I've beaten Golden Slumber?
Thank you so much.
You've got a really...
Ah, you're quite best of luck.
Let's trigger this world quest. Talk to this guy. Let's head to the Oasis.
Sunglasses are great at keeping the sand out of your eyes so you can see your way. Except at night. Then you can't see anything at all.
Is there a story quest involving this King Deshra pyramid that makes it so the flame goes away? Because I've seen it happen in other co-op worlds, and I don't want that to happen. Oh, project.
Look, up in the sky. Look at that scorching sun. It's like a blast furnace. You know what this means?
Bird.
Hold on. I see some people over there.
Do you think it's safe to...
Should be. I'll go.
No, I'll do it.
I can't sign him.
Given my background,
Ah, hello there. Hope.
Oh, a missing person, huh? Sure. What do you want to know?
I'm just wondering if you've seen him.
Oh yeah, Cephos. Forgot he existed.
So, a silver-haired guy in a long robe, culture type with thoughtful eyes, and he's traveling alone.
He'd
Let's
stand
see.
out like a sore.
Yeah, sounds like
He's looking back.
Uh-oh.
your friend over there.
Hi.
Hey, aren't you?
yes,
You don't seem surprised.
it wouldn't be the first.
Oh, you're the one looking for the old.
I have a bad feeling about this guy.
Someone's on edge. You no need to hide it. I understand why.
I thought you were a group of.
Your henchmen don't look.
Hey,
Suits me.
Just cut to the
all right, come with me, all of you. Don't you want to find a silver-haired, long robe, culture type?
So you know where he.
Just follow me.
He knows. Oh! It's Ceph.
And
What? Where are you looking? There's nothing.
please.
Ooh, something's coming out of the ground.
Did he just spawn a temple into existence?
What is this enormous building?
He
doing here?
spawned a
How is it
temple!
so-
Wait, so...
Is this?
All good questions.
This is not what Paimon was expecting to find in the desert, especially not hidden right next to an oasis. Oh, Paimon's scared. They must have kidnapped Cyrus. Do you think this...
What's wrong? Thinking about your professor?
You haven't had no
I
beta
just hope
rerun
For
in
your sake, you haven't done anything.
have had no
you might
beta
regret.
rerun in like 32.
Me too. Hope I haven't done anything to incur your wrath.
Also getting a Kaza rerun relatively quick, because like 5.0 means like... What the hell is this? Is that like... Is this like the past version of King Deshret's pyramid? Is this King Deshret's pyramid at its prime? Oh my god, it's impressive.
All right. You can wait here for now.
5.1 predictions. We get new first phase, first phase. We get a new character as well as
I'll
like
inform our leader that you've arrived at
Albedo.
the Temple of Silence.
So he's just gonna leave us here?
They can't have been at the oasis by chance. They were waiting for us.
So this is the Temple of Silence. After leaving the rainforest, they hit the...
Guys, come.
Don't worry. Someone will come and call.
What's your name?
My name is Sethos.
So we're.
Yep. I mean, Cyrus is here.
He's right.
Let's
I
see.
never imagined that the true Temple of Silence would be hidden somewhere like that.
That's King Deshret's technology for you.
We should be wary of our hosts.
This is like the like a perfectly preserved temple.
Hey, Sethos.
How
Have
did
you
they
got
manage
some
it?
time to chat?
Sure. Although, I'm assuming by chat, you mean you have questions for me? I don't blame you. Anyone else would. Not often. The Temple of Silence is a place of quiet and solitude. We don't get too many. Mm-hmm.
Oh, we haven't had a Chaldor Zhongli rerun since 4.0.
Ah, here he is.
Who is our leader? Why can't we see
Grandfather,
him?
the person you wish to see is.
Well done, Sethos. Greetings, one and all.
Professor!
Cyrus!
Watch what you're doing!
Oh, my apologies. Cyrus owes me his life.
I wanted to end my feud with this old bag of bones.
Oh, it really isn't that simple.
You got here so quickly. Just leave, Sino.
So that's why you didn't want to report the letter.
Some things in life catch up.
Sino didn't make.
My secrets are secret for good.
You're afraid, aren't you? You recognized our emblem. You knew as soon as you saw the letter that we, not Uraka, were the ones speaking to you. It threatened you only because you know what you did. Your own guilt convict. For you, Cyrus, are a traitor. But then you betrayed us. You bargained for your independence with your past contribution. We both know what I said to you that day. That as the leader, I grant you permission to leave, but that one day, the sands of time will catch up with you. And when that day comes, you must pay the price you owe.
Oh, God.
Hermanubis is my.
Does he mean?
The moon is right. They rescued me from the brink of death once, many years ago in the desert. When he learned that I was a scholar, he invited me to come here and revive the might of Hermit. It was a great, daring plan. Bamoon proposed that we implant bar fragments, shards of Hermanubis, into the bodies of many believers volunteered them. One other child was identified as a suitable vessel.
For many years, the Temple of Silence had been in possession of the test subjects were sent into a room that had been prepared for the ceremony. The original plan was for a 3-stage experiment. As the second stage began, I realized a decision had to be made. Should we implant but as I was deliberating, both bar fragments suddenly became active. Our 2 vessels had both displayed great to preserve our faith and our power.
Ultimately,
in recognition of your past contributions, I chose not. I have always wanted to see you, Sino.
Wait, Sino was a member?
You and your bar
I see.
Look, in essence, I borrowed your bar fragment for it, but you cannot lift a finger against sight.
I'm sure you don't remember anymore, dear Sino. You and he, Sethos. As a follower of Hermanubis, I have allowed this power to remain in the rainforest for far too long. Now, it is
That power is not yours.
You are wrong. Sino was choked.
So those are your terms for...
Despise me all you want. My sins are my own.
So what you're saying is, the power of one Ba fragment is not...
Divine power.
He is no longer a small child. But...
Both my heart and mind are...
Don't listen to...
I know.
Sorry to interrupt, but say that Sino refuses to return his power, and you also refuse to release Cyrus. Then, we are at an impasse. You're trying to gauge where we stand while keeping your remaining cards close to your chest. Well, my stance is, put the
Wait, those ears... So everything we have longed for, Hermanubis will provide. Perhaps this very day we'll...
He's dying. Oh my, Lamau, he's dying.
Why is he coughing so much?
I'm dying, Lamau, crying, laughing emoji. We are overdue for a Shunha rerun. Looking at it, like, we haven't had a rerun since 3.5.
Moon, take our leader back to his room. Grandfather, I know. I don't like to drag out conversations. Had Cyrus not stopped the experiment all those years ago? Still, it's I'm not like my grandfather. The Temple of Silence has a grand legacy, but I see things a little differently. I don't believe the temple has the same stature, so I'm not going to force your hand. You're
I just... Oh, things will only
If you hadn't betrayed my grandfather...
Tainari made a good point. All you and Ba Moon are after is the Ba fragment. Ultimately, you...
I'm glad to see you're giving it some...
I won't forsake my professor.
That works. Oh,
One night.
My grandfather still has a
Are you sure about negotiating?
I need to think this through.
Alright, well, don't...
I just wanted to play TC Genius and get the TCG God. What are encounter points even for? Like, what do they do? Oh, wait, I forgot to do my mastery.
I've taken some time to reflect on this. If I had to guess, Professor Cyrus came to the desert knowing that he would almost certainly never return. He's a stubborn man who tends to double down when he feels strongly about something.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. So that's... You've heard all you need to hear about my own memories of this place are hazy, though. Probably something... I do remember having some fleeting moments of profound emotion when I was still young then. And all I could understand was that there was a strong will inside my mind. The power that came
Sino
from
lore.
my spirit was probably one of the cornerstones of their whole faith.
You're not gonna give in to their demeanor?
No, I have no intention of returning it. So I will challenge them head on.
This reminds me of something Alhaitham mentioned to me just before. Kaveh has made similar observations about the desert tribes from his work trips there. He says many of them. I think we could turn that to our advantage.
Wow, and
Looks like we have the same. Turn it back on them now while we still can.
Great. And I know just how to start the conversation.
This temple is massive. Like, how can one just hide this massive temple like this? Let's go.
Sethos, let's talk.
Have you made up your mind?
We'll get to that, but first.
I have no objections, although... Follow me. Keep your voices down.
Let's talk. Bamoon has fallen into a deep coma, and his prognosis, he appears to have sustained a serious injury in his youth. Regretfully, I must inform you that...
Yeah.
You're his heir, aren't you? You clearly have a lot of respect for the man. So tell me how we can end this on your terms.
yeah, there's no time to...
You know, the two of you are actually in a very similar...
Right, and you didn't create this situation.
You're right. I accept, Sino. Legend has it that when Hermanubis first arrived in Tuletula, he sparred with the city's residents. That group of supporters were some of the first members.
Sounds very...
The right of
As a fellow
duels.
vessel of Hermanubis. Your
3 against 3.
However, I have some additional terms. As the challengers, letting Cyrus leave with one of the Ba fragments was a mistake. Made by my...
None needed. If I win, the Temple of Silence. If you win,
it's a deal.
Let's go. We finally get some more Sino PvP action.
Well, after...
there never was.
You have to win. You need this power, both as General Mahamatra and for yourself.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, when you put it that...
Exactly.
The Traveler and I will...
And neither shall I. The desert was home to an ancient and great civilization.
Because,
For a variety
nah,
of reasons.
I'd win.
Fell out with the civilization, but there must be personal factors at work here too. I can't shake the feeling that Bamoon cares for many more things than he lets on. And I don't think that Sethos is any kind of villain. He's just doing what he thinks is best. Tomorrow, everything will be resolved.
This beat is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock around this time on top. It's tricky, tricky, tricky. Here we go. This beat to rock around this time on top. It's tricky. It's time for the right of the. What do you mean higher? Oh, it's around here. Okay.
We gather on this day to perform once more. This is our most sacred of ceremonies, and note representing the...
Grandfather, you're here.
A rite of duels.
I know what I'm doing,
Representing the academia.
Ready. We will...
Warriors, we come not to debate what brings our challengers here.
Huh? Are you sure?
I agree. He's very strong.
Okay, then
Sure.
we have decided.
So have we.
Let's do this.
Duelists of the first bout, please step forward.
This is what I'm envisioning Genshin PvP to be like.
Don't forget, safety first. Hey, you there! You better play nice with them or Paimon will make you regret it.
A little bit too much chatter from the audience over there.
Get bloomed, idiots.
Propagate!
Not even close.
A swift end to the first bout. I now invite the duelists of the second bout to plead when you're...
Tainari time. Let's go. Tainari o'clock.
He drank plenty of water before the bout, so he should be fine.
He's blooming all over the place.
Nip that in the butt.
Wait, what's Tainari's? Hunter's Path. And he's running full wander.
One with the force.
Curse of Ra. Eat my nuts. Curse of Ra.
Thus ends the second bout.
I'm ready.
So am I.
This is the final
Cyno
stage
versus
when you're both
Cephos.
I. For many years, we have kept our covenant with Lord Hermanubis by guarding the secrets of King. We earnestly now. I will fight.
I am Cyno, General Mahamatra of the... And you. I think you left some things unsaid. This is a sacred duel.
Everyone. My grandfather is a... But our faith has helped. Times have changed. Then I thought of you. Each Ba fragment of Herman... I once thought...
I am more than just a...
Exactly.
The name Hermanubis has left its mark on... So show me your answer, Cyno. Show me
Let's
I can
fight.
do more than my faith.
It's time to...
Bring it on!
The duel. Four-star versus five-star. Who's better? Who's the better on-field electro DPS? It's Cyno with a steel chair.
That's all you've got. What happened is searching for your answer.
He doesn't even need the power to destroy Sephiroth. I don't even need it. And hey, Staff of the Scarlet Sands is the best polearm for a reason.
Fight's over. Do you yield?
You won.
Damn.
Well,
We don't even get any
looks like you
Sino
found your
combat.
answer.
I give his glory to you.
Becomes Sigma Sino.
I've seen that light. That is the light of our Lord, the great Hermanubis, priest over all other priests. His spirit dwells within that lightning, and his will lives on. Once a warrior of Tynar, he emerged from the barren desert sands to serve the god king Al-Ahmar. After the death of the god king, Hermanubis gathered his followers and the Tynarian priests and led them to the city of Tule-Tula.
Tule-Tula.
There, they founded the Temple of Silence. And from that day forth, we became stewards of all knowledge that survived from King Deshret's civilization. Barely a century passed before war ravaged the desert. One by one, Eremite leaders took up arms against each other in battles that would devour what little remained of their civilization. Only the wise city of Tule-Tula was spared under the guiding hand of the Tynarians. But peace did not last. Coveting the knowledge of King Deshret, the beasts set their eyes on Tule-Tula. The king of Gurabad laid siege to the city and ordered the sages to surrender to him the Temple of Silence as proof of his victory. The ruling elite colluded with their oppressors, betraying the temple so as to hold on to their rule over the city. They declared that the knowledge guarded by the temple was the true cause of corruption. These were dark days, and we faced enemies on all sides. Our Lord had long since exhausted his strength, keeping the forbidden knowledge introduced by King Deshret.
He's a tired.
To ensure the temple's continued survival, he broke his being into many pieces and began the ceremony of Hermanubis' legacy, bestowing his power upon his mortal followers. With this power, the temple was able to defeat the tyrant's army. Yet, we were not hailed as heroes. Strange and unfamiliar as this power was, it struck fear into the people's hearts and drove them to reject us. In the end, the people of the temple and the Tule-Tula Tynarians left the city for good and made their way to the rainforest. What followed next was inevitable. The elite of Tule-Tula fell and were decimated. War engulfed the desert. And we wandered from place to place, always in hiding, all the while keeping close watch over our secrets and staying true to our mission. Betrayal forced us out of the desert and into the forest. Then mistrust drove us from the forest into the desert once more. We have lived in exile for far, far too long. Yet, today, the Temple of Silence has borne witness to the glory of Hermanubis once more. Thank you.
At least he dies happy.
How is it? Do you feel okay?
He feels Sigma. He's dead. I ate him.
Grandfather.
Yeah, I'd be sad too if my grandpappy died.
Hey, Sethos. You'll get through this.
I know. I'll miss him.
I guess you were prepared for this.
Yeah, he's been on death's door for... At least, he was able to see this chapter come to a close.
What's next?
Per my grandfather's last wishes. The Temple of Silence should submit to whoever possesses the largest number of
But that's never going to... I did foresee this possibility, and I gave it some thought. Sethos. Were it not for this duel, or indeed if you had other intentions, the Ba fragments would most likely... I do.
Still, I didn't think...
Well, in any case, Sethos, I would like you to succeed Bamoon as the new leader of the Temple of Silence.
Yes.
But...
No, it doesn't. This experience has... That's a much bigger deal than you might think, Sethos.
I will try.
Actually, part of me wonders whether Bamoon's intentions from the very beginning... That way, no matter who won, had you won, the and were I to win. He correctly anticipated that I would He knew that the Temple's future would depend not just on the guidance of Hermanubis, but the support of the Academia. His plan meant that whoever ended up succeeding him would have an easier time interacting with the Academia.
And here I
Crazy.
thought General Mahamatra wouldn't care for all these trivial details. You're absolutely right. Grandfather and I considered... Thank you for everything, Sino. As a gesture of our gratitude, to those that you and Lesser Lord Kusanali deem worthy, I will grant... The Temple of Silence has a wealth of information on King... But you must be exceedingly careful with your... By the way, Tainari, my grandfather... The story goes that King Deshret chose the sage. He went on to fight many valiant battles. The Tainarians who left Tuletula joined their human counterparts in the rainforest. A few centuries later, when some of the group returned to the desert, in all likelihood...
How fascinating. My father once mentioned that
I like this story.
By the way, has...
yes. Cyrus. You'll probably find him in my grandfather's room.
If it's true that you and your grandfather really...
Someone's got to make the decision. I will make a detailed report on all of this to Lester. I'm sure you'll have lots to attend to if we're going to work together.
I will. All right.
See you soon. Come hang out with us anytime.
Sethos is dead. I ate him. I have consumed him. Let's claim my daily rewards. Said, let me cook 50 ham. All that going directly into making approximately 3 more Depth-Eye Temptation. Perfect. Perfect. And another perfect. Easy. Another one. 2 more until I've completely mastered the recipe. That should probably be an achievement of its own now I think about it. Let's get some more of these. Anyone's... Oh, wait, Yanfei. Auto cook 50 of these. I didn't know Yanfei was a tofu enthusiast. Let's go claim our adventures, guild rewards. Add Astra Piss Sock. We have a naming token for a specific wanderer. I mean, I'm not gonna change it. He's still being named Apollyon. It's a shame I need Lisa C4 to make her viable. We've got let's go.
Oh, please, will you stop?
What do you mean, what other choice? Do you mean to tell me that after all your a one-man suicide mission, that's the best idea that one of...
All right, all right. Honestly, the way you're going off on me...
I've got nothing...
What do you mean, bag of bones? I'm a flesh... Okay, look.
1 month...
Minori's master is really laying into Cyrus.
Yeah, we're too young to get this. Otherwise, I might be sold into slavery.
Attention to him.
Wow, I haven't seen the last time he chewed.
I think I'll go around and update everyone. Tell them the situation's resolved.
How does Jinyan somehow manage to serve the same roles?
We can go for dinner afterwards.
As every role,
treat.
like she can do everything badly.
Makes sense. I'm in.
Paimon's coming too.
Hey, Kale.
Cauliflower.
Well, look who we have.
Hatsune Miku.
Would you mind explaining to me what has been going on?
All taken care of.
That does not answer my question. When you run into problems, you really ought to ask for help, you know? I've been around the block. Don't you?
Apologies.
Now would not be a good time to attempt to...
You're right.
It's not
Hatsune
the first time I've had to
Miku.
talk to you about this sort of thing either. You need to learn that there are times when the right thing to do is get a more experienced member of staff involved. Do I make myself clear? Because if you...
Kale, please do something.
He's giving me the signal. Say, Madam Farzan, I can see you're pretty up.
Huh? Wait, did I hear that right? Kale, you remember? Wonderful. Well, of course.
We got her out of here.
Poor Kale getting dragged off like that. Also, check out Far...
Kale!
Huh? What?
What do you mean, cup?
Oh, it's nothing. Just Master's way of reminding me to stay hydrated while I'm out and about.
Oh, Kale's at
Code
least doing
for
well.
Let's reconvene at the cafe. Tainari and I used up while we were in school.
Oh, that's
Mm-hmm. 2 people left. Let's...
House of D. Did they lube up these balls with the same oil that Ridley uses to oil up? 'Cause that man is oiled. $500. Do we have 600? The gays.
Am I hallucinating?
We're just reorganizing all the books we used.
There's no rush.
My sincere thank.
Yes, with your...
I see. The Temple of Silence.
And it sounds like they managed to preserve a whole load of ancient...
That day will come. The Temple of Silence now as a token of my appreciation.
Yeah, sounds great.
Sure.
Yell cup at someone, that'll fix it. The Kafif. Kafifi. Kafif. Kafif. Kind of weird, like Jin Yan is one of the few characters who can reliably run physical damage. Can't Kaya run a physical instead of like Proto Rancor?
And then the Traveler just pounced on their opponent and knocked him right out cold. Then there was Tainari. He put up an amazing fight too. We ended up winning all 3 bouts. Whoa.
A truly edifying account.
Hey, Paimon included all the juicy details. The Traveler just pounced and then waved their sword like this. Then,
Despite winning 3 bouts in a row, you still ceded the position of leader to him. That's very dignified of you, Sino.
Of course. Being dignified comes with being a true champion.
I got to be a champion too for once. I've not sparred much with desert folk, but
yeah, huge place. It felt like something right out of an epic poem. Imagine this. It was like there was...
Maybe save that one for later, Paimon. Dessert's here.
I think that'll do me for today.
I'm just like, no, I don't want to go fishing. Means I have to get the Fruit Cendre.
Shall we stop off at the House of Dana again?
My thoughts exactly. See you around.
I should get going as well. See you all later. Make sure you get some good rest tonight.
I need to go say thanks to the Core 30 for their help. Also, Sir Nephis says he wanted to introduce me to some of the Academia's work processes.
Kali's come a long way.
Everyone's a work in progress.
Yeah, true.
That was good. It feels like everything's... Life is all about these moments when you can finally relax and hang out with good friends after a job well...
Do you 3 have anything...
Who's white chocolate?
If not, would you come somewhere with me?
What?
That's a secret for now.
okay. I think I can guess what you're talking about.
Well, now Paimon's...
Is it time for the battle? Can we fire? Can we? Is it time for the duel? The one we've been waiting for. The tree
Been a
spot.
while since I last. Need any help?
It's a nice spot, isn't it?
What a great view! We're so high...
Traveler, turn around.
This is my secret base. Somewhere. When I was a student, I used to slip away and climb up here all the time, just to clear my head. Back then, I had a lot of the same questions that Sethos was asking. Our gifts help us to find our rightful place in...
You two really are like brothers.
I feel the same way. Of course.
I still remember one time when we came up here to chat and do our homework.
That was the one and only time. Nothing will ever slip through my finger.
Those...
You know, Paimon really shouldn't be able to imagine.
Then make it stop. You guys can...
Okay.
Huh? Hey, you're not supposed to.
Do we even get to fight him in TCG? Wait a minute. Wait a diddly darn minute. Do we have a Nilu's world scenario? Could we hypothetically be in a Nilu's world?
Oh my days.
Professor, what are you mud...
Sino. Just the man I'm looking for. Guess what I...
Some old photos?
Can you believe it? It's notebook. I was at the academia earlier to discuss... Oh, time flies. Look how tiny you are in this picture. Still a kid.
You look quite young yourself in that one. Ah, it's this one. I remember that.
Yep. Looks like her work all right. Who else could have found just the right angle to make me look so...
And this one.
Cheeky girl.
Is there something you'd like to say to me, Professor?
This is like Sino Act 2, Tainari Act 2, Elisa Act 2, technically.
Hey, at moments like this, I hardly know where to begin. I can't pretend I'm a good person. But Moon had every reason to despise me. And what...
Don't be ridiculous, you old codger.
Is that... Oh, I've dreamt of that place many times after leaving the desert. Sometimes I've dreamed that I was doing... Oh, it was... one of the happiest times of my life. You've matured so much over the years, I know.
Since you're my professor...
Why do
I should
so
give you
many
some praise by not
characters
calling you out on all the non-answers you just gave?
need that freaking like...
So, I will do the right thing
Call
and
him, like,
keep my mouth shut.
Nilu, Kave, Naida I'm playing to get eventually.
Good thinking.
Tainari,
Take your own advice
like,
next time.
would maybe get from
If I
anniversary.
bully an old man like me. I thought heroes... Hey, wait, how did I not notice this one earlier?
Please.
Look how cute you were when you...
Yeah, and look how...
Oh, I can't compete with you anymore.
Don't...
That... Hey.
I don't...
All right, I'll add it to my schedule. Let's go next week. Wait, no. Next week is the tomato growing competition.
Or you could find a
We could find a real hobby. We still never got to duel him.
Great view today. This atmosphere calls for...
What do you mean we still never got to duel him in TCG? I guess that's a video topic we'll have to cover next time. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you later.